Hi, so welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will come through me and give messages. So I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in now and speak. Hmm. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing at the moment is that energies are very much about going forwards in ways where you are able to actually be in your higher self connection. But also, there is a lot going on around energies which are clearing, which are all about being in your own frequency without feeling that there is anything interfering with it. So, a lot of people at the moment are actually experiencing energies which interfere with them being in their own vibration. So, for example, this can be coming in through energies which are in one way or another entering through others, perhaps by being with people who are very much in certain energies and feeling affected by these energies, such as the energy of being in one way or another with people who are very much attuning to frequencies which are about destruction, war, negative things on earth, and feeling affected, feeling like you are not able to stay in your own alignment. And what I will say is that it is important at the moment to know that being in your own frequency is very much about being able to be so much in yourself, in your own connection, that whatever you are around, you are able to actually be with in a way where you retain your own connection to the oneness. And then what you are able to do is raise the energy. So, one example is that if you are going into frequencies which are very much to do with chaos and things which are really chaotic, perhaps to do with family or friends who are in a state of chaos, when you are very aligned within, you can actually bring in an element of peace, alignment, help the energies to actually be more balanced and aligned. And in the same way, when you are very aligned to the oneness, when it comes to chaos on earth, such as war and problems which are very much here at the moment, you are able to actually bring in a very strong energy of the strong energy of the sort of energy that will actually clear up problems, which may be, for example, the vibration of absolute alignment to truth and what is really right on all levels. And as you bring this in, what happens is the energy goes up to a new level where there is an automatic realization of what the real answer is, what will really bring peace and harmony. And sometimes what arises is completely unexpected. So when you are aligned to the oneness in yourself, then when you enter certain frequencies that are there, which may be quite negative, then as the energies change, it is absolutely going to even surprise you what may happen as a result. So it is not really about needing to know the answers. It is not about needing to know the solution for family and friends who are struggling. It is just about being able to be in your own alignment. And as you are, you bring in answers, but the answers are then in one way or another appearing when you are in the field. So it is not that you are telling people what the answer is, it is more that it automatically appears because your vibration is in alignment with the oneness. And what I will say is that those of you who have not yet got this alignment, you may need to, just for a while, stay out of situations which are chaotic or which have a lot going on, and just find your alignment so that you are not affected by these energies. But as soon as you have your alignment, you can bring this into any situation. The reason I'm saying all this out loud is because I want you to know that there is always going to be a period where you do need to give yourself time and space, time where you can find your own connection. There will be a period where perhaps you just want to be with yourself for a while, or be in very high energies and go very deep. But after a while, you can be in frequencies which are a bit heavier, and then bring in a lot of light through your own alignment. And what I'm really trying to say is some of you here are here to do precisely this. Not all of you. For some of you, perhaps you just want to stay in lighter energies. Perhaps you just want to be with people who are very much in the light and only the light. And perhaps that is really what you are all about, going deeper into light and really focusing on this, bringing in higher aspects of light and oneness to earth. But others here, you are very much about bringing light into darker places, into heavier places. For you, it is important to realize that you may have a function here, and to know that when you have your alignment, you can actually bring about a lot of positive energy changes in life. So it is a reminder that you are all different to each other, a reminder that ultimately you will find your place in life, and a reminder that at the moment it is okay to just be with yourselves if you really need to be for a while. That you are all finding this alignment, this connection. But I will say that by the end of this year, you will all feel a lot lighter, clearer. That this year has been about clearing a lot away and also new beginnings, but it has been a lot about clearing. And I am saying all this aloud so you can know that whatever you are experiencing at the moment, it is right for you. I would like to speak now about other things, and I would like to say that all of you here who are listening to this are able to be a deeper part of life in a really positive way. So, what I mean by this is that as you go inside within, you will find that there are things that you are able to be a part of in the world. For some of you here, it is more to do with things which are to do with the oneness, so projects which have a lot of light in them. For other people, it is to be a part of everyday life and bring in light and do things which are very much to do with being in life in a way where you are engaging with what is going on in a way where there is not necessarily a focus on anything spiritual, but more about very much the mundane things in life, the everyday things. But what you do by being part of this is you bring in a lot of light and you transform even the most mundane things. You change everything. You bring in the light, and then whatever is there goes up to a much higher energy. And so, what I will say is, you all have a part in life to play. And it is important to know that when you listen to these live streams, what I am really doing is helping you to go deeper, to clear yourselves, and really to prepare you for whatever part you have to play, so you can play it on a deeper level. because my intention is to really give you what you need so you can do what you are here to do, to bring in light. And sometimes when I speak, what I am also doing is reminding you of your function, sharing information, helping you to understand who you are, the part you have to play, and also to help you recognize that although you may at times feel that you are just clearing, that ultimately it will lead to something, that new things will open up as a result. I also would like to share that nobody here is really that much about just being in the light and only the light. I see that the energy here is particularly focused on being a bit more active, on doing things, not just bathing in the light, but actually making things happen in some way. And the reason I'm saying this out loud it's because those of you here who are drawn to this are generally that type. And those of you who are much more about simply being in the light and going deeper into aspects of the oneness, you will find that ultimately you will feel like you are drawn to things which are more about just being in the light, only the light, going deeper and deeper into certain aspects. So, for those of you here who are like this, I do see that you may find openings in the world where there are certain energies you are really drawn to, going deeper into. For example, it may be you are really drawn to going very deep into the oneness in the context of going into the energy of being one with all that is here on earth, with all of creation. And you may find yourself drawn to actually working very deeply with certain elements of the earth to do this. Perhaps going very deep into shamanic practices, going deep into really merging fully with creation and really focusing on the energies which are here and transforming them, working with the earth in this way. So, what I will say is really go within and feel what you are here to do, how you are here to work. And according to this, you will be drawn to different things. And I am saying all of this because I would like you to know that my function with you is to help you find what is right for you. So I speak to all of you in this way. I help you find your path, your purpose. And when I speak, I also give you the information that will actually give you the right understanding into life and what it is all about. And the life that you are experiencing in this particular lifetime, for all of you, it is very much about being your true self, finding your purpose on the highest possible level, becoming who you are, becoming the sort of person who is able to inspire others as well. So, in this lifetime, it is all about this for all of you. And because of this, when I work with you, I also try to go to the places in you where perhaps you are really not able to be yourself, where you struggle to be who you are in spirit on earth. What I would like to also share is that if you are ever wondering if you are able to be the sort of person to go very deep into the light and work with higher beings in a way where you are channeling information, remember it may be that you have got some kind of connection to a particular aspect of consciousness that would like to come through you. So, those of you who think about these things, it is most likely there will be an aspect of consciousness that is able to come through you. So, it is just a reminder about this that for some of you here, you may find yourself actually gravitating towards being channels of light yourself and working with certain beings or certain aspects of consciousness. I will speak about one more thing now, and that is how much there is going on at the moment in the world. The world is not necessarily a place at the moment where people feel safe and well. It is not necessarily a place where people always feel that they are welcome. There is a lot going on around people feeling a bit like they are being targeted at times. And what I mean by this is that there is something going on at the moment around people who are part of certain groups, certain types of frequencies which have been here on earth for a long time, which have actually had many different things happen to them. Many different things have been experienced by these different groups of people. And what is happening is that all of this is being processed at the moment as a collective. So, one example may be that there is a war between religions in one way. It may even be subtle, but it is that people collectively are processing what has happened to them in terms of being part of a certain religion or culture. Or it may even involve something else entirely, something else. But it is all about groups of people processing things. And it can be that as a result, there is a lot of energy around people feeling persecuted or perhaps feeling inside that certain groups of people dominate over others. And this is all part of a purification process. But as a result, certain groups of people may feel unsafe at the moment, like they are being targeted. And what I will say to you, if you feel like this, is to remember that as the purification continues, what will ultimately happen is that the end result will be fairness, equality, justice, truth between all groups of people, that nobody will be superior to others. Everybody will have an equal place in life. So if you are believing that you are in some way or another being persecuted for some reason, it is all about to change. So just be with the process, be with your feelings, let feelings arise, let things clear, but don't get too caught up in the energy and don't go into the mode of really believing that all of this is real because it is all transforming, it is old energy, and ultimately there will be fairness. So it is good for all of you to know this. And I am also saying this at the moment because there is such a thing as really being very much immersed in the oneness to the point of recognizing that ultimately everything that is going on at the moment is just a process, it is just a purification. And when you really know this deep inside, it actually means that the whole thing becomes easier for everybody. That you don't get caught up in the stories, you don't get caught up in the drama of it all. You are able to just be and allow energies to move through you. So it is a reminder to all of you here that the end result will be fairness, truth, justice for all. I have no more to say. The week ahead will be a good one. It won't necessarily be a week where everything will happen for you in the way that you may expect, but it will be a very positive week. Good things will happen. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for being part of this, and wishing you a really good week ahead and much love to all of you.